What's up, YouTube? Bluff City Nerd here, back with another video. Today, I want to talk about this viral article from Vogue that is just taking the internet by storm. And the main reason, because it's titled, "Is Having a Boyfriend Embarrassing Now?" Oh my goodness. As if men needed another reason to walk away from dating and relationships, as if it's not bad enough out here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna take a look. We're gonna take a quick look at this. You know what I'm saying? And before I do, be sure to give this video a like, share this video with everyone you know, and subscribe for more videos. Now let's get into this article via Vogue. Excuse me. Is having a boyfriend embarrassing? If someone says so much says my boyfriend on social media, they're muted. There's nothing I hate. She says there's nothing I hate more than following someone for fun only for their content to become my boyfriendified. Suddenly, this is probably because for so long it felt like we were living in what one of my favorite substackers calls boyfriend land. A world where women's online identity centered around the lives of their partners, a situation rarely seen reversed. Women were rewarded for their ability to find and keep a man with elevated social status and praise. It became even more suffocating when this could be leveraged on social media for engagement and, if you weren't serious enough, financial gain. However, more recently, there's been a pronounced shift in the way people showcase their relationships online. From fully hard launching romantic partners, straight women are opting for their subter signs, a hand on a steering wheel, clinking glasses at dinner, or back of someone's head. On the more confusing end, you have faces blurred out of wedding pictures or entirely professionally edited videos with the fiance conveniently cropped out of all shots. Women are skewing their partner's face when they post as if they don't want to erase the fact that they exist without actually not posting them. They'd be better off not posting them at all, you know? Because you got a lot of these female streamers, right, that have a male fan base. Well, more specifically, a male simp fan base. Because they get up there on their live streams and talk about absolutely nothing for I don't know how long. And, you have a lot of dudes that just feel the need that they think they have a shot with her. And they just throw all that money at her, you know? But when word gets out if that female streamer has a boyfriend, those particular simps, they're just like, man, I'm out. Fuck this. I have no shot with her now. Yeah, you didn't give her all that money for nothing. But in this case, we're looking at it's a reverse type thing. Well, not really fully reversed because these are women looking at other, I guess, women online, influencers or whatever. And then they see they got a man. They're just like, ugh. She's one of those male centric type chicks. That's absolutely insane. So, what gives? Are people embarrassed by their boyfriends now, or is there something more complicated going on? To me, it feels like the result of women wanting to straddle two worlds, one where they can receive the social benefits of having a partner, but also not appear so boyfriend obsessed that they come across quite culturally loserish. I don't see what's loserish about being in a relationship, especially if it's someone you actually want to be with, and the two of y'all are happy together. I don't see anything loserish about that personally. They want the prize and the celebration of partnership, but understand the norminess of it. Says Zoe Samudizzi, whatever the fuck, I don't know. Writer and activist. In other words, in an era of widespread hetero fatalism, women don't want to be seen as being all about their man, but they also want the clout that comes with being partnered. Okay. They don't want to be seen as being all about their man, but from what I've seen, women who are all about their man tend to be in much longer and happier relationships versus the ones who are just using that dude as a placeholder. I mean, they don't even respect those guys. But what the fuck do I know? but they also want the clout that comes with being partnered. So basically, these chicks, she's basically saying that these particular women that she's talking about want their cake and eat it too, I guess. At least that's what I got from it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But it's not all about image. When I did call out on Instagram, plenty of women told me that they were, in fact, superstitious. Some feared the evil eye, a belief that their happy relationships would spark a jealousy so strong in other people that it would end the relationship. Wow. So you have some women who are social media influencers who love the fact that they're in the relationship, but they're fearing that their followers are going to be so jealous that it's just going to end everything with her relationship. Wow, you can't make this shit up. Others were concerned about the relationship ending and then being stuck with the posts. I was in a relationship for 12 years, never once posted him or talked about him online. We broke up recently, and I don't think I will ever post a man, says Nikki, 38. Even though I'm romantic, I still feel like men will embarrass you even 12 years in. So claiming them seems so lame. I mean, if that's how you really think that claiming a man feels lame, then you might as well just go be a woman or just go be by yourself. Like, what does that even mean? But there was an overwhelming sense from single and partnered women alike that regardless of the relationship, being with a man guilty, was almost an guilty thing, I guess, was being with a man was an almost guilty thing to do. I want to make sure I read that right. How is it guilty being in a relationship with a man? Like I said earlier, just be single if that's how you truly feel. On the Delusional Diaries podcast, fronted by two New York based influencers, Hallie and Jazz, they discuss whether having a boyfriend is lame now. Wow. Why does having a boyfriend feel Republican? And of course, they got to throw politics in the middle of this. You know what I'm saying? Because why not? Because women nowadays have become more left leaning and more liberal, leaning, more Democrat leaning, and men as a whole are more right wing, Republican, conservative leaning. I mean, there's still your share of like, liberal dudes and conservative women out there, but they're, far and few in between, and at least in my view. Boyfriends are out of style. They won't come back until they start acting right. Define acting right. Read another with thousands of likes. In essence, having a boyfriend typically takes hits on a woman's aura. As one commenter claimed, funnily enough, both of these hosts have partners, which is something I often see online. Even partnered women with laminate men and heterosexuality, partly in solidarity with other women, but also because it is now fundamentally uncool to be a boyfriend girl. Oh boy. It is not just in these women's imaginations. Audiences are icked out by seeing too much boyfriend content, myself included. Well, you can just block these people. Why is that not an option? I don't get it. It seems as indicated by my liberal use of the mute button when author British Vogue contributor Stephanie Yeboah hard launched her boyfriend on social media and she lost hundreds of followers. Even if we were still together, I wouldn't post them there. Here, excuse me. There's something cringy and embarrassing about constantly posting your partner these days. She tells me, adding that there is a part of me that would also feel so guilty for sharing my partner constantly, especially when we know the dating landscape is really bad at the moment. I wouldn't want to be boastful. This is an absolute dumpster fire of an article, I tell you that. But I'm reading this so y'all don't have to. Sophie Mindler, a content creator, also experienced people unfollowing her when she shared a romantic relationship. This summer, a boy took me to Sicily. I posted about it on my subscribers section, and the people replied to me things like, please don't get a boyfriend. Wow. She admits that her content perhaps becomes less exciting when she is in a relationship. Being single gives you this ultimate freedom to say and do what you want. It is absolutely not every woman, but I do notice that when we become more beige and watered down online in a relationship, myself included. From my conversations, one thing is certain: the script is shifting. Being partnered doesn't affirm your womanhood anymore. It is no longer considered an achievement, and if anything, it's become more of a flex to pronounce yourself single. As a straight woman, we're confronting something that every other sexuality has contented with: the politicalization of our identity. Heterosexuality has been purposefully indefinable, so it is harder for those within it and outside it to critique. However, as our traditional roles begin to crumble, maybe we're being forced to reevaluate our blind allegiance to heterosexuality. Obviously, there's no shame in falling in love. Please. After everything we just heard earlier, are you kidding me? But there's also no shame in trying and falling for it and not trying at all. As long as we're openly rethinking and criticizing heteronormativity, having a boyfriend will remain somewhat fragile or even contentious concept within public life. After you just said there's no shame in falling in love, where being single was once a cautionary tale, you'll end up a spinster with loads of cats. That's still true to a degree. It is now becoming a desirable and converted status. Another nail in the coffin of centuries old heterosexual fairy tale style that'll really benefited women to begin with. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. My goodness. My goodness. This is absolutely nuts. So, this is all about this woman and other women who follow women on social media and are just extremely jealous of the fact that those women are in relationships and they seem pretty happy about it. Well, they have to live in the real world. When they put that phone down and stop looking at all that shit, they realize, like, damn, I'm all by myself, or I have a cat or a dog. And this woman posting about her boyfriend just boasting it to the internet, it's just so icky. Or at least that's what they say, right? I mean, as if y'all are not giving men even more of a reason to not approach y'all in public, to not ask y'all out on dates. Like, do we need any more reasons? Do men need any more reasons to not approach women anymore, to not talk to women anymore? Y'all are just doing. It's really y'all who read this shit and then be like, oh my god, this makes so much sense. When in actuality, it doesn't. A lot of these chicks who are reading this probably wish they were in a relationship right now. They probably really, really wish they had the man that they, would have always desired in their lives, but chances are they're never going to find it because the man they want, for the most part, probably doesn't exist. In the countless amount of men that would want to be with them, they'll look at them as, those dudes are beneath me. They can't do nothing for me. And then here comes articles like this. They go viral on the internet because it is so easy to influence a bunch of women. You know what I'm saying? It is easy to influence them. I mean, before online articles like this were around, we had the Oprah Winfrey Show, which was a dumpster fire for over 4 decades. And she was the machine that pushed the whole strong, independent woman craze that led to things like this article right here. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. Well, I'm gonna end the video right there because I'm really getting it's really annoying me even talking about this because it's just a crock of nonsense. That's what this is. Let me call it what it really is. Excuse me. This is a crock of shit. A crock of shit. And more gaslighting, like, oh, boyfriend embarrassing, losing social media followers, big fucking deal. Big deal. Well, with that being said, thanks for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, I do appreciate it. Also, don't forget to hit the link in my description to my link tree so you can follow me on other social media platforms as well as support me directly via Cash App or PayPal. And if you decide to do so, I do appreciate it. And for that, I will shout you out in my next video. And that is a promise. Until next time, let's use our brains. Let's use our brains. Let's not fall for more propaganda like this anymore. Take care of your loved ones. Check on your loved ones. Have a good one. Peace.